Damn it. I always fuck up. One of these days, people, one of these days, I'm going to get that. I'm going to master it. Look at that. It's Tuesday, everybody. That's right. Dropping phones. It's a mess, man. You know why? Because I'm excited. I'm excited for a couple reasons. One, it's Tuesday, and you're spending time with us. You could be a lot of places. I don't know, watching Jeopardy, sweating your balls off if you're in one of those areas. But let me tell you why I'm excited. We have two great guests. We've had them on the show before, but it's their first time in 2020. Where are we at? 2028, 2030, 2025. It's the first time, and we welcome them with open arms. But in the meantime, let's bring in our buddies over here. Let's bring in my color man, the best color man in the business. Look at that.
Hello, my brother.
Dan.
Hello.
How you doing, my brother? How you doing?
Good to see you, man.
And we got, speaking of brothers, I got my brother from another color. That's right.
Love this guy. Love this guy.
Yeah, love both of these people.
Oh yeah,
for real.
Yeah.
That's real talk.
Then we got this guy. Then we got Comic Sam. I just throw him in.
That's my little twin right there. You couldn't tell?
Yeah, you guys are like twins. That movie Twins with Danny DeVito and Schwarzenegger. And then we have my other buddy. Hey Fable, you might want to fix your screen, homeboy, because you're sideways before I bring you on. Oh,
bring him in sideways. Let's see him.
No, I gave him a chance. I hooked you up, Fable. I hooked you up.
Station fellas, what's going on tonight?
How you doing? Then we got Mr. Kevin Delgado.
Hey.
Tough stuff. And then we have the man of the hour. Oh, this guy. Good old Ivan.
Hey, guys.
Mr. Towel. I always take pride when I say Ivan, we're the only podcast that Ivan does because we don't mind if he smokes cigarettes, he rolls his own cigarettes, smokes his coffee.
Wait a minute. Ironheart's tonight?
Yeah.
Ironheart is tonight? Oh.
Yes. We get 2 episodes, right?
Oh, I don't know.
Yes.
Well, I tell you what.
I'm a happy camper. This is dope. I get to do comic. I got to do comics since today. I get to do the Comic Menu podcast. I get to leave the Comic Menu podcast, and I get to go watch Riri. Like, yo, this is a dope Tuesday. And then tomorrow's new comic day. Like,
I truly hope.
Dope.
I truly hope the show does. I hope the show does do well. Let's be honest. I don't know if Ivan. Do you watch all those shows? Do you watch like all those Disney Plus shows and the movies, all the Marvel movies, DC? Are you caught up with all that crap?
Sometimes the Captain America, I believe, the TV series one, I think it's quite nice.
I'm with you on that. I thought it was dope as well. You talking about the Falcon and Winter Soldier joint?
Yeah. That one.
Cool. So we got a lot of stuff to cover tonight. We have Kevin for limited time, so we're going to kind of go. Then we have questions for Ivan. I know Dan was talking Ivan's ear off in the background because he's very excited.
I love Ivan. Anybody who knows Ivan's work loves Ivan. It's not even a debate. And if you don't like Ivan, then you should just go and stop collecting comic books.
Dan is not pulling no punches.
It's for real.
Yeah, you know what?
And by the way, Caesar sucks for not telling me this whole time it was going to be Ivan.
We thought it was Vita Ayala.
Yeah, right. You guys suck.
Yeah, you know what I do like is we've had Kevin on the show multiple times. Kevin's work speaks on its own. He's a friend of Ish. He's a friend of mine, if you know what I'm saying. And this guy puts out some work that is not forgettable, right? And he does this. He does this one little comic he put together, right? Oh,
Volantis.
Yeah, that's gotta be it.
Let's talk about this. And I'm assuming your Kickstarter's already done.
Nope, we still got some time left.
You guys still got some time, and let me do that right here. So why don't you go ahead, since we have Ivan here as well, talk about this Kickstarter you got going on.
Right. So right now I have my Kickstarter. It's called the Tough Stuff Prison Special. It's the 5th installment in the Tough Stuff series. This is the trade paperback of the first 4 issues. So 152 pages.
Hold on, Kevin. Let me put you up there.
Yep. So 152 pages. Like I said, this is the 5th installment. So Ivan was gracious enough to contribute a variant cover for it, which is awesome. We're doing a trade dress version of it, and then there's going to be a holofoil version, and those are going to be limited to 15. As of right now, I believe half of those are sold. So yeah, it's good. It's going really well. We got funded within I think like a week. It's kind of been sitting there. I haven't been promoting as much as I should. I've been really busy with a lot of conventions and stuff. But so it's Tough Stuff lands in jail, and he's got to find secrets from his past that kind of mold what's going to happen in the story. I don't want to give away too much. I think the idea of it being like the prison special kind of sells itself. Heavily inspired by the Shawshank Redemption. We've read a writer on Jonathan Hedrick. He wrote the Recount, Can I Scream, Capable. He's got a bunch of different books out too. So I kind of came up with the plot and things I wanted to do. He put the story together, did the dialogue. We kind of went back and forth. And then I'm writing and drawing it right now. I'm coloring it, inking it, all that stuff.
Kevin,
can I say something?
Yeah.
I just want to say something. I would like to take the opportunity to say something really quick. And I'm going to say this for those who don't know Kevin Delgado. One, I like to big up my city. I really like to big up Western New York. And I'm really proud that Kevin Delgado is from Western New York. So I just got to say this stuff. If y'all not familiar with Kevin's work, y'all have to check out Tough Stuff. And here's why. This dude has he's a master of his craft. First of all, he's writing, he's drawing, he's doing the ink, he does everything. But then the attention to detail, the Easter eggs, the hidden references, the things that he goes out of his way to pay homage and pay tribute to. Like, you can go every time you go through those books, you'll find something else. You know, when Kevin says, yo, we're doing homage to this or homage to that, these things are really thought out, well executed. And when I tell you the Easter eggs, I remember a couple years ago when you came to 3D and we were looking at your pages and you were just dropping. I was like, yo, he's like, yeah, I'm not selling this page. Listen, he's dropping pages, homages to like Days of Future Past, just hidden in his craziness. I just want y'all to know the attention to detail, the commitment that Kevin brings to his work. It's crazy. It's really crazy. Yeah.
Hey, Kevin, question for you.
Yeah.
I know you've been around for a while. You've done work for Mad Cave, Aftershock, Marvel. You've done a lot of different work, but Tough Stuff, I think specifically you began it during COVID. Why during COVID did that spawn?
Well, I was working on a series before that, and that was kind of starting to like dwindle down. And then during COVID, I was watching a lot of like B movies, schlocky movies from like the 80s and 90s. And one night it all just clicked, and I was like, I could do this, but I'm a comic book creator, so why wouldn't I do it in comic book format? So it's basically my attempt to make like a schlocky like B movie, and then I just kind of expanded from there.
It's true. It's true that if you know Kevin's work, he does use a lot of bold colors. You know, Kevin likes his boldness. He likes his colors. You know, and Kevin's getting to that point where I could see a piece of art and go, oh, that's a Delgado. You know, and we talked about how you can see a piece of Ivan's work and go, that's a talent. You know, it's funny how I always get fascinated how we have so many artists. We have tons of artists, tons of up and coming artists, all the old artists, whatever it is, and each artist has their distinctive look. They have that distinctive stroke, if you will, to differentiate who they are compared to the others. Ivan is that guy. Kevin's that guy. I always bring up Aaron Bartling. You know it's a Bartling. Our friend Kincaid. You know it's a Kincaid. It's just something about it that you just go, oh, I know what that is. What do you got there?
So that's Ivan's cover.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
I love the way Ivan incorporates the blending of the color in the background. He does that often. You know, it's just so amazing.
You know,
I literally
I
just
mean-
sent him like a couple character sketches and stuff because, like the panda, this is a new character in the story, and obviously you know
Uh-huh.
Tough Stuff's look changes throughout every book. So I was really stoked.
Who is that, Ivan? Ivan, who's that? Whose booty is that on the cover? Is that supposed to be like the prison warden, or who is that?
Some hot girl.
Some hot girl. That's Ivan just took pictures of himself in the mirror, and he just used that as the model. Right, Ivan?
So
He just set
So,
set up a tripod, and
so those are actually the prison guards throughout the
hey, Kevin,
series.
you disappeared.
Yeah, where you go?
Yeah,
I disappeared?
You're all black. Yeah, you're all black. We can
Ish
hear
left,
you,
right?
but
Ish left too.
well, Ish is
I-
because it's Ish.
I don't know. Can you hear me? I can still see myself.
No, we don't see you.
Hmm.
It's interesting. Oh, see, yeah, you're black, my man. Yep. Yeah, if you want to leave, come back in. That's fine. Yeah, but
Alright, you want me to
but
do
we
that?
can hear you. Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, because we can hear you, we just can't see you.
Weird. All right, let me see if I can get back in. Hold on.
Absolutely,
got it.
Peter. Right on, Peter. Yep.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. That Ivan has a specific with the paint on the drips because he's pretty well. You're still black, homeboy. It's kind of weird. It's like you put a sheet over your camera. What I'm telling you. Ivan's drips are probably one of my something about his drips, man. I was just telling him in the green room. I don't own any of his work. You know why? Because let me tell you why I don't own any of his work. Because I want him to sign it.
You just need an original, Caesar.
Ivan, just send me sign it and just send it to me. I'll pay for it. Don't worry about it. I got that. Hey, you know, Ivan's a homeboy. You know what I'm saying? He's No, honestly, I think that's what it is. I think I want an actual signed Ivan book because I do. So one of these days, I'm gonna get Ivan to sign it.
If I could make a recommendation, get the Miles variant in the drip style. That is one of my favorite covers that you've done, period.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Oh, what do you got there? What do you got there? What should we say?
You know the cool thing about it is Ivan doesn't just, and I don't mean to misspeak here, but I'm fairly certain you don't just pencil sketch this stuff. You do the coloring. You do the coloring for your work too, right?
Yes.
So the colors you pick are just spectacular. I mean, it's oftentimes combinations I wouldn't think would work, and they always work.
Thank you.
So good.
I'm gonna be sending this to you. I'm gonna be sending this to you in the mail.
It'll only take about 4 weeks to get to him. But that's
It'll take a
fine.
while.
I got all day. No, I'm just kidding.
It might take a while. Fable, what's your favorite? You have an Ivan favorite?
I just love all the graffiti stuff he does. All the Miles covers he's done about, I don't know.
Yeah, the
There's a few of them, about 3 or 4 I could think of. I'm from the Bronx. You know, graffiti is heavy history here in the Bronx, and you know, for Ivan to capture it so well when he does Gwen in the background and the colors he uses, I'm just like, wow, that's amazing. I'm a sucker for graffiti art anyway, but Ivan captures it really well. So whenever he does those mouse covers, I'm on it.
It's crazy because this cover is out this week. It's actually not out till tomorrow. Oh yeah,
So it's funny. I didn't even know Ivan was going to be the guest here, but this is sitting on top of my stack because of
The
the
Riri.
show release today. So the 1 in 100 Ironheart looks great.
I happen to be a reseller, so I got my Uncanny 136, 125 now. It's actually not out till tomorrow, but you know, is that a
I got-
joint? Is that a joint, Ivan?
No, no.
Yo, like yo, the way you hit it though. Yo, you hit it. You wasn't playing no games, bro. The way
Hey,
you hit
he's
that
in
joint,
Malaysia. The rules don't apply.
you met my 136 facsimiles out tomorrow, bro.
Well, once again, it's one of the reasons why Ivan likes coming on this show because
You know what? I think like the piece that still like sits with me is the one that like I think went crazy. The Something is Killing the Children, where they're all sitting around the table. That blew up. I have the print of that. I've got
It's got
the
first
issue.
appearances on that cover. First
Absolutely
cover
love
appearance.
it. Yep, first cover appearances of so many of the different houses. Just an awesome cover.
Thank you. I'm surprised you guys have those covers. So cool.
You guys should also be sure to check out while we're talking about fire covers, because I could just go down a list of really fire covers, but I can think of 2 covers in particular that Kevin did, and I have to mention them because I was there for the inception of one, that New Mutants 87 homage cover, and that Wolverine 50 cover of Tough Stuff as well. Just some fire covers, but yeah, that's the towel cover. That joint is crazy. That was crazy. That was a crazy cover.
Is my screen still blacked out?
And it's
No,
crazy.
you're
Oh, we
good.
see you.
It's
Okay.
crazy, Ivan, because that particular cover that you did was like one of like 100 covers, and that is the standout cover of how many covers was that? Sam knows, right? Like 85 covers.
Oh my gosh, there was so many
85
covers for that issue, and that was the one.
exclusive- Yeah, and that was
That
the
was
one.
the one to track down.
Thank you.
Can I ask Ivan a question?
Of course.
Ivan, do you seek out covers yourself, or are you like approached to do every single one that you do, or is there like a series that you like discover, or like how does that work for you on
That
your
was
end?
the exact question I had in the back room. That's exactly. Yeah. I'm curious.
You mean it's like, I don't know, it depends on the briefing. So it's like, I don't know, they ask me to do something and the idea pops in. So nothing particular.
What's your dream cover? Like, what's the one cover if you couldn't do another cover and you had to do one? What's the cover you do to save your life?
To be fucking honest, is actually a few years ago I kind of want to quit comics because I don't know, depression or stuff like that, and I watched the Miles Morales movie, the second one.
Mhm.
So I feel like I'm so blessed because I still able to draw, paint comics, and if for me, obviously I'm a Batman guy, but I've done few pieces of Miles and I feel really satisfied. And I tell my wife that one day if I never draw comics no more, I think it's already. I don't mean it's a good cover, but I think I achieved what I want to do because what I'm saying is before comics I like Batman, but when I come into comics, I fall in love in not really Spider-Man but Miles Morales because it's kind of like a destiny thing. So yeah, something like that. You
And
guess it?
same question to you, Kevin.
I mean, he kind of got it. Like, I would love to do Batman, or I'd rather do Wolverine than Spider-Man. But I feel like Batman and Spider-Man I've just been drawing so much of for the past like 3 years. That's like that's kind of where my wheelhouse is at right now. Like, I just did a Miles sketch. I just posted it the other day. I did at Heroes Con, and I did that in like 2 hours. So it's like I kind of in that range. But I haven't worked for Marvel yet, so I'd like to. Yeah, I just did that the other day.
Yeah, this
Hold on, let me- hold on.
But I would love to do, Wolverine, I think, for Marvel and Batman for DC. Ivan's Absolute Batman cover that he dropped, I messaged, I DM'd him. I'm like, dude,
Yeah,
you kill, like,
it's menacing.
I'm just
Yeah,
like, I'm done.
Find that damn. Find that Absolute Batman from Ivan.
It's so
Oh, yeah.
good. Here,
What? Oh, there you go. Sam's got it. You guys are the worst.
it's incredible.
Well, it's
You know,
because it's on the cover of something you'll never read, Caesar. So that's the reason why you're able to find it.
Ivan, see what they do? See what they do?
That is
See
true.
what they do to me? See what they
Ivan,
do to
do
your
you Ivan, do you read the books that you do the covers for? Do you ever read them or no?
To be honest, sometimes I didn't read it. Sometimes I read it.
I get it. I can't read them all.
Ivan, you're supposed to say no. Unlike my big brother Caesar, I don't read it. So you have to stay in unity with me, Ivan. Yeah, jeez, you blew that one. I gotta tell you,
Yeah.
one of my favorite covers that Kevin did, and I always forget the name of it, Kevin. It's the is it Nottingham? That is Nottingham, right?
The Batman homage.
Is it the one with the Batman the 227 homage? Is that what it was?
Yeah, yeah.
I for some reason that cover I always remember that cover. It's one of Kevin's. It's one of my favorite that Kevin did.
He did
I
one
don't
of
know
the
what it
best
is about it.
Stray Dogs exclusive covers too. Like one of the hands down
That-
best covers.
Yeah,
And-
that Nottingham cover sold out so quick. That was
Oh,
I have a giant 3-foot print of that in my living room. It's
that's
super
awesome.
pretty.
Yeah, I like that one. Oh, there was another one, Kev. It wasn't so much that one as well as the other one.
Oh,
where
the
it's
Moon Knight homage.
the black and
Yeah.
white one. Oh,
Yeah, that was sick too.
yeah. I
Yeah.
think, see if you can find that, Dan. Other than us staring at your top of your head. Yeah,
ASM
you know,
120 he did an ASM 129 homage.
Well, and I'll say like
Yeah.
Kevin just did an exclusive for Exquisite Corpses #1,
Yeah, it was amazing.
and it
Yeah.
is the only cover with every single killer on it.
Don't
I-
you're spoiling the book by talking about every single killer.
It's
Why?
just all on
Every
the same
single
cover.
killer's on the
I
cover.
don't think anyone put them all on the same cover. That's the only.
No one put them all on the same cover except for
Yeah,
you.
that one's sold out too. Wait till you guys see the Shredder cover I did. Oh my goodness. Ooh. Ooh, the Shredder cover I did is cold, man.
Did Ivan? You did a Turtles cover, no?
Turtles, yeah. I do a lot of turtles as well.
There's one character that I would love to see Ivan do, and Ivan, correct me if you've already did it. But have you done Ghost Rider?
Fuck no. Sorry for that. I know you like it. And
I know. We talked about it, fool. You're supposed to.
Can you imagine
man.
the cover? The way he would paint the flames? Holy
No.
shit.
I honestly think that Ivan doing a Ghost Rider would be the shit.
The thing is, Ghost Rider has to have a book.
I don't care. Ghost Rider doesn't have to have a book. He could just fucking do it as just to do it, and then make prints for it. I don't.
Hear me out. Cosmic Ghost Rider. I will go nuts on that with the design, with the space and
Oh
everything.
yeah, you could do some Kirby Crackle.
Hell yeah.
I'm
Kevin,
giving you
speaking of
ideas.
speaking of Crackle, I saw this piece that you did for Heroes. Absolutely phenomenal. It looks
Yeah.
incredible. This mixed media piece. How did you get tapped to do that by Heroes for the auction? I mean, that has to be a career milestone for you, also.
That was pretty sick, yeah. So going into the con, yeah, the MF Doom piece.
It's hard to see. There we go. It's incredible.
It'd be cool
Yeah.
if Caesar made it full screen.
I just wanted a statement piece, man, honestly. And they almost didn't put that in the auction.
Really?
So, yeah, which was crazy because so the way they have it at the show, they have all the auction pieces like on display, and artists will go there from the time the show opens on Friday till Saturday afternoon before the end of the day to present your piece, and they'll put it up. They had that piece dead center, and on the display board, and I had so many people that I've never met. None of that. All coming up to my booth like, "Yo, that Doom piece is sick," and I was like, "Okay, sick." So my confidence is building up. I'm hearing a lot of people talking about it. I showed a couple people. I was walking around on the floor with it, showing some artists and stuff. And so I was like talking to Jim Rugg, and I showed him that. He goes, "That's a really interesting piece," and he goes, "I bet you're gonna start seeing a lot of people copying that now." And I'm like, "Oh man, he's right." So anyways. So Saturday comes along. Saturday afternoon, I go and like a ton of the pieces are gone because the whole display board was filled, and my piece was still there dead center. And I'm like, they took all the they didn't take it. And I went to the guy who was like kind of judging it, and there was people like standing around like the booth and stuff, like looking at it, like looking at that piece specifically. And I go to the guy, I'm like, are all these pieces gone for the show? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, not that Doom piece, huh? He's like, I'm really torn about that one. I'm like, I just look at him like, bro, I would put that in there if I was you. He's like, yeah, and he doesn't know that it's me, that I made it. You know what I mean? I'm like, dude, you're fucking up. You know what I mean? So that's the end of the show for the day, right? So I leave, and I'm like ticked, right? And John was with me. He put a piece in. They didn't pick that up either, so he's ticked. And I'm like, I'm about to raise hell. You know what I mean? So I go to my room, my hotel, and I had like some tequila. So I start making drinks or whatever. I'm getting fired up. The show's in like an hour. So I come back down. I'm walking down to the to where they're gonna have the auction. I see my buddy outside, another guy, and he's like, "They didn't take my piece," and he's flipping shit. And I'm like, he's like, "And your piece isn't in there either." And I'm like, "What?" I'm like, So now he's mad. I'm mad. I'm a little tipsy. I'm about to go raise hell, knock some shit off the walls. You know what I mean? So
Buffalo, man, Buffalo. Real.
So he's like, oh man, you don't even want to go see what's on the wall. And I'm like, well, I kind of have to now. You know what I mean? So I'm fired up, and nobody knows. I just look pissed, you know. So I go in there, and I'm walking around to see the display of all the art that they have to auction, and so they have these like panels, right, where all the art goes on. My piece isn't on the panel; it's on the floor, but it's there. And I'm like, oh shit, it's there. They just didn't put it on the thing because they probably thought it was gonna fall apart because it's like a collage or whatever. So it got in. So they only take 100 pieces, and mine was like the 25th piece that they auctioned, which is sick because Scotty Young's is the biggest piece, and they always do that right at the midpoint. So if, like, you think about it, I wasn't the first, and I wasn't right at the middle, you know, going against Scotty, but I was right in between. I was like, fuck yeah. So yeah, it was
incredible.
I felt very. It's kind of funny, Kevin. I was feeling like proud for you. I was when I saw your clip, right? You posted, and I was like, even my wife, who gives two shits about all you guys, you know, she's like, and I do mean that. And I said, hey, look at this, my buddy Kevin's, you know, it's being auctioned. And she's like, oh, that's nice. And she's like, who the fuck is Kevin? I'm like, it's an accomplishment because it's so cool to like 200, 300. And I'm going, wow, that's just it's just. I like to say, you know, whenever we do unboxings on Instagram or we unbox a book, and I always say, whenever somebody wins, we all win in this community. So to see your art, your work, your blood, sweat, and tears get paid and recognized, it's like I feel like we all win. You know, when Ivan puts out a cover and people are going apeshit over it, it's like we all win because, you know, I know Ivan and I know you, and it's just this good feeling of like, fuck yeah, man, go and grab that star and just grab it by the balls and just fucking go with it because
just jerk it, just pull it,
just whatever. Hey, you know, you just man, I gotta tell you, I'm being nice here, and then it's gonna have to talk about jerking and
you grab it by the
when Kevin was telling his story about like being angry at the
boom, he's gone.
He jerked it too hard. When Kevin was telling the story about his art being there and how it pissed him off, and he went back and he was doing a drinks and all that. I don't have a creative bone in my body, Kevin. Like, I'm jealous of you and Ivan. I mean, you got more creativity in your pinky fucking fingernail than I have in my whole body. But I get it because like being a creator is a grind. I mean, it's a grind and it's a lot of hard work, which clearly shows. I mean, look at the stuff we've been displaying. But to feel ignored like that, I feel like it's got to be a hit below the belt. It's got to feel terrible in that moment.
I mean, yeah, but also think about the company that you're in. It's 100 pieces from 100 of the best artists from around the world.
Yeah.
And I mean, this wasn't like, you know, a high school talent show. This is the cream of the cream of the crop, you know?
Yeah.
So for me, it was very rewarding in that regard. But I mean, dude, just this year so far has just been like, outstanding. Like I quit my job. I'm doing this full time. My career's been skyrocketing. Like
Yeah.
getting the recognition, making money, doing all that stuff. Like I just don't want it to stop. So it's like I just got to keep the ball going and improve.
And if you haven't been paying attention, Kevin is at every single con known to man. Every time I see a thing, there he is with his buddy John, and they're at a con. They're at a con.
Buffalo Hustle.
Hardest working dude, and I always say this, and this is no offense to anyone else. This is the hardest working dude in comics. I say it all the time. I'm very consistent on that. Right out of Western New York. I don't know personally anyone that works harder than Kevin. He's always on the go, always doing something. When he does his own book, he does all the things, inking it, writing it, coloring it, drawing it, like all the things. He's beating feet to get it published. He chops down the tree and processes the paper. Like he does all the things. Like I'm serious. Like he really does all the things though. Like all the things.
I've got a question for you guys, Ivan and Kevin. Looking at your artwork, and please don't incriminate yourself, but was graffiti art anywhere an influence for you guys at all? Were you guys like taggers or anything as children or in your young days? And if it wasn't, what are like your influences, would you say?
Yes, I like graffiti when I was in college time, like 19, 20 years old. So I used to spray some graffiti on my college wall, but from the old days, without people knowing it. And the next day morning, you can see the graffiti on the wall. It's kind of cool. And I like it. I like the culture of it. So when it comes to comics, I try to put in some element of it. Hey, Dale.
It's phenomenal work right there, man.
What about you, Kevin?
Yeah, I did a little bit too earlier on. I've done some murals and stuff, but as far as I'm more into the culture of it. I mean, this is only built for Cuban links. Like I got like bro,
one of the greatest albums of all time. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, like, but also I was an MC before I was doing comics. Like,
let's go.
I was a rapper. As a rapper, my partner is one of the biggest producers out right now in the underground like hip hop scene. So like when we split up our group, when I went to go do more art, he was doing more beats and stuff. But like I've rapped with Mac Miller, I've rapped with Wiz Khalifa,
nice,
Sean Price, Bone Thugs, like.
Yeah,
the list, I could go on and on and on about all the different like shows I've played. And I used to be a touring rapper, so yeah, I'm very, very into.
I'm glad to hear that because I'm like I said, I'm in the Bronx. Graffiti culture is humongous here. One of the biggest places for it, and I can just look at your work and Ivan's work, and I can see there's got to be some sort of influence there. You just don't get that style off the back of your. You know what I mean? You just can't copy something like that. You have to be in it.
Ivan, who's your favorite rapper?
Tupac.
Man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now that the kids nowadays are like Paulo G, Roddy Ricch.
Roddy Ricch?
Yeah.
So are you just driving down the streets of Malaysia listening to Hit 'Em Up?
Hey, man.
Y'all niggas is still breathing. Oh, excuse me. You still breathing?
Look at we have a rare appearance from Dell.
Oh yeah.
Hey Dell.
What's up, everybody? Huh?
Well,
What up, Dell? Dell, I missed you, bro.
Hey man, I just moved to New Mexico. Caesar knows. I got here on Saturday, and I forgot.
There goes the neighborhood.
I couldn't bring my computer, so I don't have a computer to be going live at. But man, do I love the view out here? I swear. Let me see if I can. Now I want to mess with it. But yeah, this place is so gorgeous. I honestly I love Texas. I'm from Texas, but it's so awesome here. But Ivan, nice to see you, brother. It's been a minute.
Hey, man.
You know what I mean? I'm surprised you're not locked up. But I'm glad you're here. Ish. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing? I know you missed me.
I missed you, bro.
I know you did.
I was.
You
I
had a little
thought, you was
man
gonna, I,
crush.
thought you was, I thought you was gonna pop in with like some sarcasm, some Delisms. You know what I mean?
I think the state has changed me a bit. Maybe.
You mellowed
Yeah,
out.
this is calm down.
Yeah. What the fuck? Is Delgado here too?
Oh, shit,
Really?
here we
Are we
go.
really scraping the bottle of the bottom of the fucking thing?
Wow.
Hey, no, I guess it didn't change me.
Wow.
I guess Mello was
Wow.
like, yo,
Well, that was an understatement.
yo.
Jeez. Wow.
Nah, I'm just
Let's see
kidding.
what's
I'm
up.
just kidding. We got a couple of rappers on here. I know Ivan can rap. I know Delgado.
It'd be your own people. That's why they getting
He's
deported.
Italian.
It was their own people.
What are you talking about? He's
Their
Italian.
own people did it.
He's not even Mexican.
Yo.
You're right. I'm not.
Yo,
What are you talking about? He eats salami and pepperoni and prosciutto. What the hell?
Kevin, that's the
Yo.
only that's the only right thing he did say is that you're not Mexican. He thinks everyone's Mexican. He thinks Ivan's Mexican.
I mean, honestly, Ivan's more Mexican than Delgado. So.
Yo.
Hey, no offense. Hey, Ivan has spoken to me more in Spanish than you have, Kevin.
Yo, what did you do? What did you do, Kevin? Like, what did you do?
I lived, apparently.
Jesus, Kevin.
Nah,
You haven't spoken to
I had
Del like
a.
in a year. Yeah.
That was just mad.
That's true, right? It's been a year.
Yeah. Kevin, let's be honest. Since the last time that we had Kevin on, this fool's blown up. He's quit his job. He's going to every single con. He's going to be appearing in Venus next month.
I saw
and
that.
then Mars. Yeah, Venus, then Mars, and then Jupiter in fucking
But
September.
it's a duo though. It's him and
He got a
I don't know what
commission
the
from God to draw heaven.
John and Brugman. Yeah, he got a commission from
Yeah,
God to
Brugman.
draw Kevin.
Hey, Brugman, man, ever since we had him on the show on that sketch off, his shit has been, honestly, he's been crazy. Kevin's been doing good too, but you know. Actually, that's the last one, Kevin.
Wow.
That's the last one, because usually I give it to Ish, and I have to give Ish a break.
He doesn't really
know what I
give
mean?
it's not he doesn't really do a good job. So he saw you here and decided I'm going on Kevin because I'm better at this than Del. So
You're,
you know that so he's like,
well, you know,
leave this
we'll
alone.
let it be. We'll let it be. As the curator, right, of the comic menu and the flagship motherfucker, I should ban you, Ish, with all that bullshit. But you know what? It's Caesar.
That's what we do.
I'm letting Caesar run it. So if he decides to keep you on, it's on him.
This is like when you can't win an argument, so you spell check people.
I think Kevin took off on the planet.
No, his static is all messed up.
You got a lot of background noise now suddenly.
He got that Jason Robinson kind of internet.
Wow.
No.
Kevin, whatever that was, Kevin. That was
See, that's what I mean. It's a bullshit he be on sometimes.
No one is
Nah, that's cool.
no one is off limits for Del. Hey Del, do Sam next.
Sam,
Del joined and Kevin went and opened his window and he's standing outside his open window right now. Come back from the window, Kevin.
Yeah, don't.
Sam's a minority here. And I can't
my
attack the
God.
minority.
Why?
Because look, Ivan technically is Mexican. Ivan technically Mexican. Fable, what are you, Fable? You're either white
are you
or Jewish.
Fable?
What?
What are
No, I'm Puerto Rican.
Puerto Rican?
Puerto Rican,
are
fool.
you? Yo,
Well,
it'd be your own people. 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 That's all I gotta say. This is why ICE is getting rid. This is why. Del is why. Del called.
I'm the reason.
Del called them. You.
Shit.
You
Look,
got a uniform in your
I'm
closet.
darker than half the people that get pulled over. Look, I'm like 2 shades away from you, Ish. I'm like caramel, you're like dark chocolate. All right? It is what it is.
You know something
And
about
Caesar passes as a white people person. Almost.
New Mexico has changed down for the worse. Yeah, I mean, it was. I like Texas down. Texas down was a lot like.
All right, it's cool. Hey, y'all want me to go at Sam? I don't want to go at.
on the stream tonight. Like Del was like, I'm gonna go down the list. And
I honestly just want to say hi. I haven't seen Ivan in a minute. Sam is there, always in the corner, real quiet. Yeah, Sam, how come you haven't said anything? Are you scared?
No, I'm good. I got a couple questions actually.
Kevin, we can't hear you. We can't see you. We don't know what you're doing. I don't know if you're doing laundry or.
He's standing at his window after Dell's comment.
So Sam, do you have some questions for who? Ivan or for?
No, my
or
question's
this
for
guy?
Ivan. So, Ivan, you're
Hold on, Sam.
like
Kevin. Kevin, we
Kevin,
can't
what
hear
are you
you.
doing, homeboy?
I don't know what you're doing.
Sounds like an old TV when it's static.
I thought you were moving on up.
Wow, Kevin.
That's just dial up at this point.
Kevin,
Who's on AOL right now?
start to hear the AOL, the modem going.
No shit.
I had to mute him. Go ahead, Sam.
No, Ivan. So I see that you're repped by Comics Art Connect, and I've dealt with Joe a couple times to get some commissions done. He's fantastic. So when thinking about what Kevin asked you earlier, like, do the publishers reach out to you directly? Do you have an agent who helps you to organize all of that stuff, or is Comics Art Connect specifically just for original art inquiries?
Yeah. Joe from Comics Arts is specifically for the original arts.
Joe's been doing a great job over there. How did that come about? Like, were you with him before? I thought you were doing either your own thing, or were you with Scott? I can't remember.
Not really. With him, we've already like 1 year, 1 years plus, I think, with Joe Comics Arts. So previously I don't really sell my originals, and Joe come to me and we talk about it, and I trust that he's a great person, and then we just start from there. Excuse me.
I mean, the team there that he's built is absolutely phenomenal, and I would say you're the headliner of that team. Is all of your work? Do you start traditionally and then move to digital, or like what does your process look like? And do you have like originals for everything that people could inquire about, or?
Not everything, just some bigger title. I will try to use traditional pencil to sketch before I proceed to the final piece. But usually like those only for the interesting one, like some Marvels or DCs or a few. But for normal like indie comics, I don't really do original work because we don't have the time for that.
Yeah, I'm sure the deadlines are absolutely crazy. It's wild to me because modern comic art, if you go on like Comic Art Fans, they're tracking the sales of modern versus vintage art. And it's like every single month now, modern art sales are outpacing vintage because the cost of entry is so much, lower. And I see prelims specifically. So like how you said, if you were able to start out with, pencil sketches or layouts, I see those things going for like $500, $800. And then, they're doing digital APs for like $1,100. So you do a 1-of-1 print of your cover or of your page, and you're making money off of your digital too. It's interesting where like the art collecting landscape is going. Like, do you have any thoughts on that?
Because for my current process, I was using digital. So I think we need to leave some trace. I need to leave some original pieces, because original of comics is like they use inking and penciling, like at particular old days. I think it's better. I prefer if I have more time.
Mm-hmm.
I even want to color it by oil. So I think it's a must, but too bad I don't have so much time. That's why sometimes most of the piece I don't really use like those indie comics. I don't really use prelim sketch, pencil sketch. Yeah, but for bigger title, I will do it because I can keep it for myself. And sometimes I can sell it.
So speaking of time, when you talk about things like time, I'm curious about that. Like, are you, or have you considered, or have you ever tried, or even, or can you? And I don't know. Interior work, is it something you've ever considered? Is it something you've tried? Maybe just, for fun or seriously? And also, this is a two-part question. What are some of the other things that you've done outside of comic covers? Like, have you done like manga, or have you done other things, or is it strictly as a comic artist?
Just comics cover, yeah. Because interiors, I don't think I have the ability to do so, to be honest, because it's kind of hard work, and I respect them a lot, interior artists.
Mhm.
So I just focus in comics cover, and hopefully one day I can have some more time and knowledge to proceed to interior.
Is that a goal? Is that something you would like to actually do one day?
Not really a goal, but a must, a thing, and I hope I can do.
Why would you want to though? You know what I mean?
Because my mentor told me that he was a guy drawing Batman for DC like a few years ago, which inspired me. He told me that interior artist is like a movie director. The job is much more important than other like colorist or cover artists, and I really agree with that, because you need to put a lot of cool angle, and how they communicate.
Can you name drop?
Right, my mentor,
Yes.
Kinsun, Kinsun, but he's already retired.
Can you imagine a book, a complete interior book done by Ivan Tao? My fucking head would fall off. Like, it would be amazing.
It seems like interiors, and I mean, I don't have any experience in this, but interiors for the artist wouldn't, besides the creative freedom to be the director, might not be worth the hard work, because the money, like as a cover artist, I'm pretty sure you're getting paid way more than you would just doing interiors. You could crank out like 5 or 6 covers in a month and get paid more than you would doing 28 pages.
I think that's perfect. I think what Sam said makes sense. And
Yeah.
I want to add to that though, because there's a contra, and I want to add, as a collector, right? I get excited when I get a book. For instance, when Tula Lote did her first interior, she's not going to be doing interiors, tons of interiors, but when she did her first interior work, I was excited. It's like, oh, Tula Lote interior. You know what I mean? I'm going to get this. I don't remember if it was an IDW book, or I don't remember what it was. I just got it because Tula Lote did some interior work, and it's Tula Lote, and I love her. It was a really thick. I have it around here. Scott Snyder wrote, it was like an airplane book recently from Dark Horse or from IDW, but she did do some distillery work too, interior. But like when you get people that generate, like right now, like Simone DeMeo, for instance, right, who has done interior work. If you look at like We Only Find Out When They're Dead or what have you, but
guy's a machine.
Rarely, right? Like
did,
now it's pretty much covers, and it's like,
well, he's doing what, Age of Apocalypse is coming up.
Yeah, it is coming up. He is doing that, and he did the spoiler variant cover too for this week, for the giant size. But anyway, so so I get what Dan is saying, and I get what you're saying, Sam. Like on the one hand, you could have an entire career, right? Just a really dope career, just doing covers. Really a dope career, but just then on the other hand, like Dan said, right? Like there is something there as a fan when an Ivan Tao, yeah, you don't got to draw every issue of every book, but just decides, you know what, I'm going to try my hand at interior, and I'm just going to do like 8 pages in an anthology or something. You know what I mean? Like we're going to show up for that. You know what I'm saying? And I have one more question. Do you have, and you don't have to spoil it. I'm just curious. Like as a cover artist, do you mess around with like your own original characters? Like, do you have like your sketchbook with your, you know what I mean? Your original characters, or some concept that you have that you just have set aside on the back burner or something.
Yeah. I have actually written by me and my wife and myself, but we don't have time to really complete it. And I hope
that's awesome.
Future we can. It's something more like the world of apocalypse and some ancient myth and with animals, stuff like that.
Oh, that's awesome. We just got a little bit of a spoiler here, y'all. Save the show.
If you guys, if many of
That's
you guys
awesome.
don't know, one of the things about Ivan that many of you guys don't know is that he's a massive animal lover. And
Yes.
he's that guy who will stop the freeway to help that cat. Right, he's that he'll to help him off the road. Right, he's the one who will adopt that blind dog and foster him until he finds a home. Him and his wife are major advocates for.
Oh my
for
God.
pets.
I just keep liking this guy more and more. It's like
And-
unbelievable.
I mean, to the point where he'll. I think one time he posted a video of some asshole was like abusing a dog or a cat, and it's just. If he had a chance, he would just kickbox him right into the next fucking.
Kick him in the
you
dick.
know,
Mhm.
Yeah, man.
yeah, you kick him in the dick. So it's interesting. It doesn't surprise me that Ivan would create a character that has to do with some kind of animalistic background to it, because that's his passion. So these are good stuff. And Ivan, you being in Malaysia, it's not that easy, right? It's just not that easy for you to like, if someone says, "Hey, Ivan, can I send you a book?" and you're like, "If it gets here, knock yourself out. Let's see if it gets here," because it must not be that easy for you to cite stuff, right?
Yeah,
It's-
for sure. Yeah. Even just now you guys show the art station. I believe I cannot access the art station in Malaysia. I don't know why. They just broke it out, man.
They did what?
They banned it. I don't know. I was like,
They banned what?
this
Art
are the
station.
yeah. So it's like, oh, what the fuck?
Huh.
Different something maybe different the culture or system. I don't understand, to be honest. There's good
That's
and
why
bad, you know.
You got to come out. You got to come out to the States and make tons of money, so you could have a house over here in the States.
I can't
wouldn't-
afford it,
Ivan,
man.
I wouldn't worry about it, Ivan. The way things are going, we're going to be coming out your way pretty soon.
Yo.
I tell you what. Speak for yourself, because I'm not sweating my balls off. Right? I tell you that right now. 'cause
Well,
it's-
you might
it's-
you might not have a choice, Caesar. The way things are going.
Hey, you do know you're talking to Caesar, not Dell, right? Cole? Jesus, man. I gotta tell you, this show's jumped the shark like 30
By,
minutes.
by the look of this podcast, we all might not have a choice.
Right?
Eventually.
Listen, for once, I might be the safest.
Yeah, you probably are.
Yeah.
That's 100% true. I want to leave New York, and one of my biggest fears is that
Is his
they're gonna
pen
pull
here?
up
He's
on
like,
me.
he's like, I
Yeah,
finally
man.
waited them all out. I waited them all
Yeah.
out.
Last man standing, boy.
Oh, it's awesome, Ish. I swear to God, you're so funny.
Ivan, I don't know if you saw it, but was it me or did I fucking see a ghostwriter?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Son of
with the blue
son of
flame.
a bitch. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but the
smoking
one that
ghostwriter.
was intriguing to me on that whole, you showed a bunch of pictures. There's
Yeah.
like a piece with a bunch of pictures. Not that one, but there was one page that you showed with a bunch of pictures, and that one right there, that thing is that
God,
Harley.
look
Scroll
at
back
this
up. Scroll back.
body
Scroll back.
work. Damn.
Right there. No, scroll back. Scroll
Oh,
the other way. The other
one.
way.
I love the
the other way.
Noctera.
The other way. The other way. The other way.
Oh, mother.
Right there.
fuck.
Is that Harley? No,
This
you're
one?
missing it. No, above it. Above, yeah, that one. Is that Ghost Spider-Gwen?
That's
That's
yeah,
better.
that's Gwen.
That's
Okay.
crazy good. That's so good. Man,
Yeah,
that thing is
Spider-Man.
that's dope, man. That I can, every time you show this, right? You show this page a couple times. That one just sticks right out at me. It reminds me of Sucker Punch.
Ah,
I love me some Sucker Punch.
Yeah, that's
See,
what it reminds me. of.
and I'll say it again. Once again, every single one of these that we see, you ask any motherfucker, they're gonna go, "Oh, that's an Ivan Tao.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. I
That's an
tell you,
Ivan Tao."
I said this in the back room. Like, you could. This is wall art. Like these are sometimes comic covers, but you could literally mount these on the fucking wall.
The,
Like
the pose, right there. The
That Wonder
Vampirella.
Woman, man, is crazy.
That's
That
the
Wonder Woman
pose
was
that is starting
crazy.
to, like,
absolutely.
take
That
over.
Wonder
Well,
Woman is crazy, man.
He has. See now, I always tell you guys, Ivan has his tells. It's he does the pointy nose, right? Ivan loves the pointy nose.
The
He
back
loves
arch.
he loves the there's a certain color palette that he uses. He loves the long limbs, thin long limbs.
He
And I'll
made
say
that.
it again,
He made Miles Morales look really fucking.
This is a
real.
weird Ivan. This is not meant to be an insult. This is just my observation. Your art is very soft in terms of like the colors you choose, and you don't have definitive borders. Like you ever see some comic art and the borders are black, and I mean you're sort of blend in with the back sometimes, and even even the expression, it's very like I don't know a better word. It's like almost elegant, like in some ways the art that you do. I mean it's just so discernible. I'm such a fan of it. I wonder. I know you said you have a heavy influence of Dragon Ball Z. You like Dragon Ball Z, right? Do you watch?
Yeah,
Do
The
you watch
Bulma
any-
cover
What's
that
that?
you just did. The Bulma cover that you just did.
Yeah.
Oh,
Do you have any
fantastic.
other? Do you watch any anime today? Any series you're watching that you like, or no? You don't have time for that?
No, I don't even have time for UFC and boxing. No.
You don't have time for UFC?
Yeah.
oh,
What?
and
That's what he has
his
time
thing.
for.
Just drawing every day. I skip my boxing class for like 2 months, and I was like so weak.
That's not good, Ivan. You're gonna get out of shape and look like Dan. You don't want to do that.
Don't do
Yeah,
it.
soon, 2 more months.
See what happened?
I'm looking for and I was saying too is that going back to Ivan's tells, he likes the long limbs, right? And I tell Ivan straight to his face every single time. Every time I look at his art, it reminds me of the French Nouveau art from the 1930s, 1920s. There's something about that art, and it's just some good stuff. How can I don't Wait, let me show you guys this because where is it? Right here. Hold on, guys. Let me show you this. Now, don't forget that Kevin did some Ice Cream Man. Look at that.
That's awesome.
Right?
Oh yeah.
You should drop his Dick Tracy cover in there.
Oh, that's the other one. As a matter of fact, Kevin, that Dick Tracy, I love the Dick Tracy because it was such a Dick Tracy's a character no one talks about anymore.
Well,
Right.
Sam did a couple weeks ago.
I don't listen to Sam though.
wow.
I just bring them in here for the to get the viewers.
That was so
Um,
funny that day, Sam.
Hey,
Oh, that's right. That now I see what you're talking.
Dick
yeah.
Tracy's a legend, though. It's a classic.
Not according to Sam.
Yeah,
He doesn't
you
think
were,
Dick Tracy's a
Kevin, yeah,
classic?
the other day. No,
Yeah,
you didn't know
yeah.
who Dick Tracy was.
He was like, yo.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, his
What?
other one though.
That's a sketch
Like,
cover.
Yeah, that's a sketch cover. No, you got to show his homage to Tracy's homage
Dick
cover.
Tracy and Spawn. That's crazy.
No, he has an homage cover. You're gonna know it right away when you see it. What it's
Hey,
homage.
Kevin, just in case, just letting you know, we can't see you. So.
I got connection issues or something apparently. I haven't heard
Can't,
anything since Dell was on.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Well, you're not missing much. With Dell. It's just a shame that of all people,
It's Dell's
Dell.
fault.
It's Dell that the last voice you heard. That's the part that works. Oh, I can't find it. Maybe you can find it, Sam. I mean, someone find it because I can't seem to find it. That blows. Well, anyways, there's this one thing about Ivan and Kevin. That's a combination I never would have guessed would be working together. No offense. It's just it comes like Ivan and Kevin Delgado. Get the fuck out of here. All right? I mean it's So that being said, is there someone? I'm going to ask you, Kevin, since I really can't see you, but is there someone you want to work with? Is there a particular person that you're like, I would love to work with X and Y?
Not specifically. I mean, I would. There's properties I'd like to work on, but that's about it.
So not necessarily a collab that's with a certain person.
I don't know. I can't really think about it right now because here's the thing. I'm an artist myself, so it's like, who am I going to collab with? You know what I mean?
I could probably guess though, just from conversations we had.
Shoot.
Todd McFarlane.
I mean, if Todd would want to ink my work, yeah, that'd be amazing. But not really. You know, that's how realistic is that? You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get it. But I know that you have like a high degree of respect for some of those, like your Rob Liefelds and Todd McFarlane's, for some of those people that came in that 90s, you know, just from conversations we've had.
Yeah, but I kind of got out of that. It's more or less like, I don't know. I can't really think of anyone off the bat. I mean, obviously, like the whole like Felix Art crew is pretty baller right now. You know, if I see something I like, you know, that's cause for me to like reach out to people. I don't know. I don't really have like a dying wish to collaborate with anyone as much as I do time to like make new projects.
Yeah, I get
That's
it.
dope.
Yeah, that's nasty.
Gee. I mean, come on, Ivan. I mean, you how did you have fun doing this guy?
This one,
Yeah.
the story is I'm painting when my father is in critical condition and in hospital, so not so fun. Yeah, man.
Oh, okay.
I'm
It's just
sorry,
a
Ivan.
bad.
No problem. It's a
Yeah,
pass.
can we take it off the screen?
yeah.
No, it's
You
okay.
know,
It's okay.
Some bad memories.
But you know what? For bad memories, Ivan. Sweet Jesus. I mean,
Well, you know what's? It's true that, you know, these pieces have emotion, whether it's a good one or a bad one. There's emotion in there, you know.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Ivan, just a question. Do you have any original art that you don't like and you just want to get rid of it and maybe give it to somebody?
Yes.
No.
Same question.
Like maybe somebody you just met with a tropical shirt on, maybe?
You know what, Ivan? I'm gonna ask you a serious question. I don't like these jokers. Is there a certain piece of art? Is there an artwork that you did, and just didn't like the way it came out?
Yeah. it
And I'm gonna
happens
ask you,
every time.
Kevin, as well. Go ahead. What'd you say? Every single one?
It happens every time. Yeah, for sure.
I
Because-
mean,
So you have no favorite piece. They're all, you just don't like all of them.
well, he likes the Miles Morales,
Yeah.
and that one he said.
I can draw. I enjoy. I can draw mouse, but when it turns out it's not really satisfying, you know.
So that's interesting. So you would finish it. You don't like it, but you met the deadline, and they're like, "This is fantastic, Ivan. I love it. Let's go with it." And you're like, "Okay, but I don't like it."
We
Yes,
are
yes.
our own worst critics.
We
Yes,
are
yes.
our own
No doubt.
worst critics.
Who do you
Yes,
like
it is.
drawing? Do you like drawing men or women more? What do you prefer to draw more, men or women covers?
Actually, both, but not. I don't really good in drawing like those hawk guy or those very big muscular.
Yeah.
muscular.
Yeah, I notice
that's
you
true.
tend to stay away from, not stay
Big
away from, but
guys.
like
Muscular.
there's not a lot of hulks and abominations in there, right? But then you
Yes.
will see some smaller people that
Yes.
are generally smaller, bulkier than they normally would be, like
Yeah,
with
yeah.
that Wolverine or with like Superman or what have you. That's interesting.
Yes,
Those
because
choices.
because I always relate this to like those mixed martial art and so I can feel the connection. Like maybe he's this way, so how is it looks like? How is the anatomy looks like? But if you talk about Hulk, those super heavyweight, I have don't have the strong idea to connect it. Yeah.
That's interesting.
So we're not gonna see Juggernaut anytime soon unless they
Ah,
commission you to do it.
I'm not good in that. I'm very honest with that. Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
one
I
of my
think you
favorite
could. I think
pieces
you
that
could pull
you've
off a
done,
really good
though,
Colossus.
your bulkier characters, I think, look fantastic. One of my favorite pieces that you've done, I just sent it to Caesar. I don't know if you could pull it up, Caesar. And it's different from what
Oh, I
we've
love
seen so
sideways
far
too.
in this stream because it's a traditional piece done in oils. And man, I wish I had the money to buy this thing, but it is mind blowing. And I guess my question is like, what made you do this cover in traditional? Like the depth
What cover
to
is
it
that?
is just absolutely
Hold on.
insane. It's an all new Venom cover,
Yeah, let me pull it up so you can see.
and you can
It's
see
up on my screen, Caesar.
yeah.
No, yeah, but I want to get a better screen.
You can see that it's so interesting to see the oil medium and then compare it to your digital because there's so many similarities, but then there's not. Like
But
this,
I don't know that this is an example of a bulkier character or one of what Ivan does when he takes the smaller characters and makes them bigger.
Yeah.
But this is phenomenal. I see
It
everything
is.
Sam is saying though, because it's gorgeous. That's crazy.
I have that question
It's
for you,
crazy.
Kevin.
It like takes, in my opinion, this is an example of taking like a Del Auto and bumping it, to be a different, like very intense and kinetic style instead of his like softer. Like it is fantastic. Like what made you use a traditional medium for this cover? Was that something they asked for, or were you like, oh, let's just do something fun?
Yes, we always like this. Like maybe this is quite cool. The yellow is interesting. Why don't I try it on? Not particular. Don't have particular concept. Sometimes if I have time, this is suitable for oil, then I just use it.
It's absolutely insane. Like bravo, I love it.
Thank you.
I'm sure it took a lot longer than digital.
It's like 3 days, 4 days.
Wow.
Okay, so Ivan, what you can do, since Sam doesn't really have money like that, is you can just give it to me and I'll sell it for Sam for less than what market.
It is absolutely insane.
Hey, Kevin, what about you? Have you drawn something that, and you don't even have to mention it, but have you drawn something that went live that you hated?
A blank.
Kevin?
He drew a blank.
Kevin!
Caesar, this is Kevin. I'm glad you asked that.
You're the worst. All right, well, shit, Kevin. Thanks a lot, man. That you made me look like a fool. Appreciate you, my man. Love you, man. Ivan, I saw that picture. I saw one of the pictures of you. It looks like a very young Ivan. It's like the headshot of you, right? This is Ivan Tao. It's like, come on, you got a new picture, my man. You're older now. You're more distinguished. You're
How long have you been
cigarettes?
kickboxing?
Sorry, come again.
How long have you been kickboxing?
Not really. Boxing, I'm stuck in kickboxing. I just do boxing.
Just boxing? How long have you done it for?
Like few years, but if really go to gyms, it's like few months.
So that picture that Caesar's talking about, you're much stronger and formidable now than you were during that picture.
Which one? Which picture?
I'll find the picture.
I had
it. Show you. I'll show you the pictures. It's Ivan. It's Ivan lying to us because that's not the Ivan that we see here. Where's it at? Here we are. Hold on. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you young Ivan.
This one is 4 years ago.
So now you're a way different Ivan. Now you're going to kick somebody's ass if they say anything.
No, I'm sucks. I'm the worst one in gym. I'm the
He's the worst one in the gym.
He's legit.
Fable, did you have a question for Ivan? Did you have been thinking about something?
Oh well, being in Malaysia, I know that Marvel and DC they scout all around the world to get their artists. But how did you get in contact with some of these big companies like Marvel or DC?
For Marvel, I believe it's through retailers, and I did to just for few years ago when it comes to comics. You guys know Frankie's Comics?
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy. I I have stuff with history with him, but to be very honest, he's the guy to introduce me to Marvel. This one is true.
Mm.
Because I've been working with him for some retailers, for some title, and maybe the time is right, and he asked me to do some Marvels. And for DC, same as well is through Comic Min, Seth Lemon, those guys, the retailer guy. We are still partners nowadays. Through retailers. The only one I reach out to is Zenoscope, and the boss reply me. I'm so happy. After from that, usually is the client introduce another client.
So, what did you reach out to Zenoscope to do?
When I was just started, I have no job, and I use Instagram DM message to Zenoscope, and just to try some luck. It happened that the boss replied me, and I got a job.
So I have a question, and this is a deep dive, and it's just what I do. So you have to pardon me, and definitely don't have to answer, but it's certainly a deep dive. So how do you find yourself doing covers on comics in the first place? Like, who finds Ivan Tao? Where do they find you? Do you have, are you just one day, a guy who has a bunch of pictures on Instagram? Are you like, where do they find Ivan Tao to get you to where you are now? You know what I mean? Like,
it's like this. Previously, I was working in game in advertising, and then it's very stressful, and I'm quite old already. And I said I want to get to my dream. And just now, you guys show those Gwen Superman picture. Remember that? Those was those fan art I draw within like 2 or 3 months, and I post online. And then I don't know what to do, because I know the old days you can submit your work to DC, stuff like that, like my mentor did. And now I'm not really into comics. I don't understand how it works, and I just draw some fan art. And then happened that I believe the first Vampirella, another retailer, Section Santorum, saw it, and they asked me to sell it to them to become a cover. And then I draw a punchline as well. You guys still remember punchline?
Yeah.
The DC editor saw it, and he commented. He said, "I want to get you in a Joker book cover, for example." But to be very honest, and to be no disrespect, I don't really know who he is. And since then, we have some relationship, and the retailers coming in, and we talk about it. You get what I mean?
so pretty much you went the route of fan art, and
Yes,
somebody saw your fan art and was like, okay, I want you to do some punchlines, some Joker, like a retailer, for instance.
Yes.
Okay, that's
The
awesome.
The art is like dreamy. It's like a dreamlike quality of art. You know what I mean? Like, it's flowing and it's very dreamy. Like, I mean,
Ethereal.
yeah, like it just feels like, I don't know. I mean, it just almost feels like, I don't want to use the word soft because I don't think that does an adequate job, but it's a very smooth, appealing to the eye art style. Like, it's just every bit of the work. I love it.
Now, you
This
said you were
goes to
doing
show
video
you-
games? Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, it just goes to show you, put yourself out there, because you never know who's scouting. I mean, he said a retailer reached out to him. That means this retailer is out there following artists, looking for his next find.
Yeah.
So to all the artists out there, man, don't be afraid to put your stuff out there.
100%.
I mean,
So Ivan, you
Fish-
said you
Fish
were
and I
doing
are in
video
the
game work.
business of creating those covers, and we search for artists on Instagram
Oh yeah.
all the time.
Oh yes. Yes.
We were at a panel in New York Comic Con, and Todd McFarlane's editor said that Todd will go onto Instagram, search hashtag comic art, and he'll find the next big artist. They'll send him a request for, hey, Todd wants you to do these layouts in a couple pages, and that's their tryout. Like that's how you get noticed now. It's crazy. It's
Mm.
crazy.
Ivan, you said you were in video games.
Yeah, I know the board game,
Say again.
card board games, those tabletop games.
Card
table-
games.
So you
Yeah,
did like
yeah.
art for like, say, Dungeons and Dragons, as an example, right? Like stuff like those type of tabletop
Yes,
games.
that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Really? And you were doing the art?
Yeah.
That's
Not
crazy.
Dungeons and Dragons, but yeah.
That's
Stuff like
crazy. That's crazy. So
But
I might find a tabletop game somewhere with like some original old school Ivan Tao art.
that. Yeah. Maybe.
You know what you got to get into is Magic.
Magic the Gathering.
Because I feel like your style, just like what Dan said, it is like dreamlike.
Yeah.
I think it would suit some of those like
Wizards of the Coast.
fantasy based characters perfectly.
That was my dream when I was young, but I don't really fancy fantasy. I did submit my art to Magic the Gathering, but
Wizards
I
of the
didn't
Coast, Magic the Gathering.
I didn't get it.
What?
You know
they're
what,
Doing,
though?
they're doing Marvel sets now, Ivan.
You didn't get the
So
Magic the
maybe
Gathering.
you
What
can get
kind
like
of
a
dumbass.
hookup there.
But hold on. This is the funny thing though. Let's say, how long ago was that, Ivan? Would you say how long ago was that?
7 years ago.
Okay.
Oh,
If
Oh yeah, but
Ivan,
you weren't
if-
really good back then.
What? That's what I'm trying to say is. Well, Ivan sucked ass in
I'm just
7 years. 7 years, Ivan couldn't draw a fucking stick, man. I mean, it's ridiculous. But this is the thing. If Ivan Tell of today was to submit the Magic the Gathering, they're going to get boners to have Ivan Tell do their
Right.
stuff. I mean, let's be honest, right?
yeah.
And then they're gonna fire the guy who said no to Ivan.
Yeah.
Have you
Yeah.
ever entertained that idea, Ivan? Have you ever entertained the
Going to
idea
get them fired.
of coming on over to the States?
You mean Magic? No, now it's not my goal no more because it's the
I was
first,
like, fuck those guys.
It's nobody's goals today.
for real, yeah, man.
It's one of those things that
Mine. I love my country.
Ivan's too big, man. Ivan's like, come on. Ivan's like, Magic the Gathering comes to him now. He doesn't go to them, right? Magic goes to him and says, Ivan, can you please do our work? He goes, wait a minute, who are you? Magic the Gathering? No, fuck you. You said no to me 7 years ago.
Wait a minute. Before I say fuck you, there's a guy named Steve who I
Yeah,
submitted
he denied
some
me.
pictures to
I saw-
7 years ago. Is he still with you guys?
Yeah. So this is the pride that me and Dell take pride in. We're probably one of the only people on the podcast who have an Ivan Tao original. So Ivan was gracious enough to make our logo, right? So all those logos you've seen, that's an Ivan Tao original. He was so nice enough to do our logo. And when we introduced this logo with Ivan, when he first jumped on the show, when we jumped on the show, Dell was so upset with Ivan because he gave Dell that eyeball that looks like it's like cross-eyed, and Ivan's like, no, they're like goggles. I mean, they're like glasses because he wore glasses. He's like, no, you put in my dead eye, you son of a bitch.
No, you know what's funny? The eyes look pretty accurate. It's the beard that throws me. It
Wait,
doesn't look right.
Dell has a dead eye?
Well, he has an eye. I'll tell you that for sure.
Oh boy! Oh,
He has an eye.
you done did it. You done did it, boy. Dead
Well,
eye
I'm just
Dell.
saying.
From here on out.
Dead eye Dell.
Dead
He
eye
has an
Dell,
eye.
boy.
He has an eye that has to wander. It wanders. It wanders over. So, you know, I'm just saying that this is I'm happy enough. This is the closest I'm going to get to Dell doing Ivan to do a commission for us is what he did for the podcast. And we're always going to be grateful for Ivan to do our, you're like, oh, do you think he'll do they're
I
like,
still
oh,
owe
do you
you
think he'll-"
guys.
No,
I still
don't
owe you
worry
guys
about it.
one.
No, you don't. Well, if you do, it's going to be a whole new set of people. So you might as well just hold on to that. But people hit me up. They're like, "Hey, do you think I will do a thing for me?" I'm like, "Fuck no."
Wait a minute. I
What?
You're doing Star Wars Jedi Knights, the lightsaber variant.
Yeah.
You're doing
First-
number 5.
Yeah, the first one. Yeah.
I have every lightsaber variant. I have the 1 in
Nice.
100 of every one, and I'm going to have everyone. They're on the wall in my shop. When I go live every Tuesday, they're right. Sam will tell you they're right behind me. So I will be having another Ivan Tao very soon because number 5. So that means you're doing the 1 in 100 too, the Virgin, because it was it was Torrin Clark who was doing them up to number 4.
I suppose. Yeah.
Man, these lightsaber variants are so much fire. And you are Dooku.
Yep.
Yeah.
Young
As a matter of
Dooku.
fact,
That's gonna be awesome.
I'm looking at it on your page because I just followed you, so you have to make sure to accept my friend request. Don't pretend like you don't know me.
no.
Ivan, don't pretend like you don't know me.
No.
Now
No.
we know each
no,
other now.
Pretend
I
like
didn't
you
know.
don't know
No. Let me
me.
tell you. Let me cut you off there, fool. Let me cut you off there.
Yeah.
Years ago, I hit up. Ivan and I started talking. Years ago, I said, Ivan, I followed you. You can follow me back. He goes, I don't follow. I gotta keep it gangster. That fool has like
Listen,
that guy only follows like 3 people, and I was like, no,
he
fuck
follows 3.6K people. He just has
no,
you
he
blocked.
doesn't.
So
No,
you
get the
can't
fuck outta
see.
here.
He has you blocked, so you can't see who he follows. That's what it. But no, it's funny because I didn't know, Ivan. I just found you, and it's crazy because you always pop up in my feed.
Ivan,
Like,
I didn't.
as soon as I
find you.
found your page, I see you and your wife's picture on posts that pop up in my feed like every other day.
For real.
That's craziness. Yeah.
He has that picture next to his bed on the nightstand, Ivan.
That's awesome.
That's gonna be on my wall with my 1, 2, 3, and 4. Those lights. So you're taking over tour. So are you doing number 6 as well?
I don't think so. I'm not so sure yet. I hope.
That's awesome, man. Oh, that mouse is really dope.
Love it.
Yeah, his drips are
And that book went crazy.
His drips
Do you
are
ever,
just-
Ivan? Do you ever get done with a piece and you just go, "I just fucking killed this"? Like, it's amazing.
Sometimes I don't know because sometimes I feel like this piece maybe people like it, but turns out people don't like it. So I give up on this idea. I just do my best.
You know what I learned as a creator is that the things that I think people are gonna like versus the things that there's things that I'm like, yo, no one's gonna like this, and it's the one, right? It's the one that everybody likes, and it's like something I've written. I'm like, yeah, this sucks, and they're gonna be like, yo, no, this is the one though that everybody really liked, and I'm like, oh wow, it wasn't as great as I don't think it's as great as, and you find that with creativity, with artists and people who create. Sometimes, you know, you always hear them say the things that people took to were like, I didn't really care for that, or I just scribbled it, or I just, you know what I mean? I did it half-heartedly, and that was the thing that everybody loved. And I spent hours and weeks on this piece, and I just knew this was the one, and nobody looked at it twice.
Yeah, for sure. I
Oh,
don't
I didn't realize you
understand.
did a battle piece. Oh, that's right,
Yeah, you did
The
battle
gold,
piece.
the gold
With
cover
ribbon.
of that Exquisite Corpses variant. So there's the blue one that you showed, but the gold one is the most sought after number 1 out there right now.
Of this one right here.
Of that, yeah. There's a gold
What-
one.
What's
that
gold?
is-
What's so gold about it?
So the background is all gold, and she's facing the opposite way. It is the highest priced and the most sought after variant right now.
Oh
For
shit!
real?
It's like
Yep.
6,000.
Ivan's like for reals.
Yeah, we're going for like 150 to 200 a piece.
Click that, Phoenix. So that when I saw that this week, right? Because I have it right here. I have it before the rest of the world, by the way. When
Appreciate
I
it.
saw that this week, when I saw that, I was like, so I knew because I ordered it. I ordered it for me. I have a shop. I didn't order it for anyone else but for me because I collect X-Men. and I need to have Sam will say everything. And when I
Everything.
saw that, I'm like, oh, okay. So when I saw you on the show, and I'm like, I just brought my copy home from the shop tonight. I'm like, this must be like Providence or what have you, man. I love this cover. Really, I think of the 1 in 25s, and I'm going to say this, of all the 1 in 25s of the facsimile editions of the entire Dark Phoenix saga, this is the Dark Phoenix saga, and you have the Phoenix 1 in 25. It's the best ratio. It's the best one. It's the best one. This is what it's all been for. It's really awesome. So I'm going to send this to you, and you're going to send me the original. You're going to send me the original art, and we're going to trade.
Ivan, what's your typical day like? You wake up, do you dedicate X number of hours to creating and then that's it, or are you in the studio like continually?
I got that cover, that 1 in 50 of Doom Division. I got that.
Which one? Which was that?
That one in the middle. That cover, you don't understand. You don't understand. You actually, Sam will tell you because we had it. We've held it in our hand. This does not do justice to when you have the cover in your hand. Listen, I'm going to tell you, I have to say this because I'm really excited that I didn't even realize that. I have to say this. The only reason why I ordered 50 copies
my
of that
favorite.
book.
Wait, go back
because
up.
of that one.
There it is. There it is.
That's my favorite right there, boy.
The cat. No, the cat.
The cat.
The only reason why I ordered 50 copies of Doom
Right, you
Division
just
number
tapped
1
it.
is because Ivan Tao's 1
There
in
it
50.
is. There it is. There you go.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, that's one of your best pieces of work right there, the cat.
That cat looks so realistic.
Like,
So
really?
Look
Would
at
you
young
use like-
Ivan. Look at
would
that
you
guy.
use like
Who's that guy?
like a fur pencil?
Ivan, what are you, 12 yet? What's going on with you?
Spoke too much.
With those braids, with
Megatron.
those dreads you have, bruh.
Damn, that's
Look at that Baron.
crazy.
Listen, people, if you guys don't know
Ivan, do you have a
Tao-
storm?
Storm cover?
Do you have storm?
No. I hope I can do it, but not yet.
There's his pride and joy. Look at that. Look at Ivan's car. Look at Ivan's. Look at that thug.
Is that a
Look at
Mustang?
that. Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
Mustang.
yes.
Hell yeah, man. A
Wait a
Ford
minute.
guy? All right.
Didn't you say you couldn't afford to live in the States?
Dude, this guy likes Ford.
And
He's
you
got-
driving around in the Batmobile?
Now we know why he won't come. Is to get that stuff, man.
He's riding around in the Batmobile over there. Yo, my man is rocking dreads, riding around in the Batmobile, boxing people up. Like, come on, man.
Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Look at
Embarrassed. Come on, man.
All right, let's see it. I want to see this. Don't you dare change this, Caesar. You brought it up now.
Look at this.
Change.
This guy has 25 dogs running around. He's got the dreads going. Look at he flies like a butterfly. And
Dude,
Stinks.
everything about Ivan Tao I like. Every fucking thing about this.
Just not the boxing.
Battle Beast. That's dope.
yeah, that Battle Beast is pretty cool. You got together with Webby, huh? With Webster's Vault.
Wasn't that the 1 in 10? That was the 1 in 10, right? Or was that the cover B?
Ivan, we got to get you here to some
I think
Comic Cons. We got to get you to like Terrific Con or like,
Iconicon.
yeah. I mean, we got to get you some cons here. Like, come to Baltimore. Come to Baltimore Comic Con.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
out
Baltimore would be
of
great.
all
Go for
out
it.
of all the places, he's gonna go to Baltimore. Shut up.
It's a good con, though. It's a good convention.
You could go anywhere. You could go anywhere in
Go
the
to
states. I'm gonna
Terrificon.
go to Baltimore.
Go to Terrific. I said Terrificon first. Go to Terrificon.
We call it Baumer.
What? The only place he's gonna
Come to New York.
No, that's a zoo,
Yeah.
man.
Well, don't go to.
Yeah,
New
but it's
York.
fun. It's
If
fun.
you're gonna
Don't
come to
It's
the
a
United
blast.
States, you gotta.
I can
come to
find
New
you a
York.
table to set up at. I know some
Yeah,
vendors setting up.
Terrificon is legit just comics. Like, it's just comic books.
Even
Oh,
he's
Heroes
even
Con.
Kevin's like,
Heroes
you
Con
know.
is like that. Heroes Con just
It's over now. It's
popped
over.
off. Yeah.
Yo, some people found
But
some
it's over
stuff in
now.
boxes at Heroes.
Well, listen, Ivan. If Ivan's gonna come, he's gonna come over here, right? He's gonna come over here. He's gonna stay at my pad. He's gonna cook. He's gonna cook breakfast.
He's going to go to
He's gonna have
Cactus
to-
Town.
Wow.
We're gonna go
Wow,
to
Cook
Ivan.
you some kickboxing, cook you
He's
some
gonna
breakfast.
cook.
Hey,
Breakfast.
Ivan
This
likes
is-
to cook.
This
Ivan
is
likes
this
to
is
cook.
this is I don't even like the sound of this.
Yeah,
He's
I
gonna,
like
he's
to
gonna,
travel.
he's gonna,
When I travel, I want to travel so I can cook.
he's gonna cut. He's gonna trim my hedges. He's gonna trim my hedges. He's gonna
He
cook.
likes to mow lawns. He likes to mow lawns.
He likes that.
It's his American dream is to mow lawns here in the States.
Oh my God, Caesar! What a
He's told me
testament.
that in the DMs. He's told me
He's
that
totally
in the DMs. I
happy
just-
making me tea all day. Like this is all he wants to do.
No. It's it's always exciting to have Ivan on. We don't have him on.
I think it's
very
awesome
often.
meeting you, Ivan.
Thank you.
It's a rare treat. Having Ivan on, I think we're at this point we have him on like once a year. Ivan's a once a year kind of host because let's be honest, he's in the future. It's Wednesday right now. He's taking his time, his morning, to come and talk to us. Like I said, I take pride that we're one of the very only podcasts he's actually on, because we keep it like that. We keep it.
What an honor! This should be like MTV Cribs, though. Like we should have Ivan walking around his house, showing us his car, showing us his artwork. Like, let's start moving here.
Speaking of Ivan, do you have artwork?
Wonders.
Do you have your own
to cut a
artwork
long
at your
story
house?
short, Miss Wonders, he had told us earlier that he's really proud of a Miles Morales piece that he did. He's generally a Batman guy, but he's really proud of a Miles Morales piece that he did, and that he hates all of his other work.
Hey, Ivan, do you have your own artwork up on your house?
Now, no. This is
No.
not my studio. I'm not in my studio.
What time is it there?
Morning 10:48. Yeah.
Wow. So you already had breakfast. You had your coffee.
Yeah, I got my
25,
breakfast.
25 cigarettes. I mean, it's
And two covers in, you know.
12 hours to the T. It's 10:48 p.m. here.
Good night, Abby.
Thank you, Abby. Good night, Abby. Thank you again for staying with us and sharing your love with Ivan and Kevin and all that good stuff. But yeah, man, thanks a lot. But yeah, it really is a treat when we have Ivan on because, like I said, he doesn't come on that often, and we try to bring him in at least once in a while. Especially when he's pumping out new stuff. He's doing that Star Wars. He's working with Kevin Delgado on the tough stuff. With that Exquisite Corpse. It seemed for a while there that Ivan was popping up every single day with the new cover. And Ivan, what's the average? How long does it take you to do a cover?
Maybe 1 day, 2 days, 3 days maximum. But depends on the schedule because a lot of work. So sometimes every day I was working. Even the sorry to bring it up, the Better Beast just now you guys show.
Mm-hmm.
That one was painted beside my father's coffin.
Or you
For
really
real,
for real.
you were
Yeah.
painting right there because you had the deadline.
Yeah, I had a deadline, and in my culture, we need to stay beside the coffin because I was his only son, so I would just draw. So it's like, it's normal,
But you were probably just an autopilot, right? You were just drawing. You were just.
And my condolences to you too, man.
Ivan, how long ago did your dad pass?
I think it was January, February, something like that.
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry to hear that.
No problem. It's the past. Yeah.
But once again, it's you're doing what you love. Do you see yourself drawing till you're like 60, 70s? Do you see yourself like, there's going to come a time when I'm like, I want to just live life, be with my wife, me, my wife, my 25 dogs, my 45 cats, my 67 parakeets, 8 horses. You're like Dr. You're like the
Turtle
Dr.
doves and a
Doolittle.
partridge in a pear tree.
You're like the Dr. Doolittle of Malaysia. This guy, he talks to animals. I mean, I'm assuming there's gonna be a time, right, Ivan, that you're just gonna be like, I think.
Actually, my dream is not to paint until I die. To be very honest, and I hope I don't disappoint my fans because I work every day and I one story is like a few months ago I find out if I want to do amateur boxing, I'm too old for that because I'm like 37, 38 and the maximum is 39. So I think I give too much in art, and I'm happy with that. But I might not work until my, when I'm old. I hope I can do some businesses, but I was still drawing, but not in a full time situation. Because when I was doing it, I do it like every day. Even I was saying, even my father passing, I was working. Even in hospital, I'm working. So when I do something, I do it like extremely, you know. Even when I travel, I was still doing. Recently, I see Rob Raphael. He traveled to like Europe and he's still working, and I have so much respect to him because I can see his passion is so high, and it's mad respect. But to me, I think I to be honest, I cannot because not that I don't like art, but non-stop for like 20 years non-stop. We don't have Sunday and Saturday. We don't have kids. So I think maybe me myself make the wrong choice, but this is how I am. So hopefully one day I can reach a point that I don't have to draw so much because you get what I mean. It's too much. It's too much. But
Yeah.
I do
So
like,
what's your process? Like, so do you
A
get
lot.
off of here and you go into your studio?
yeah, and drawing. And the only time I take up is to gym, to boxing. That's why I'm the worst one in gym. Everyone can,
Hey man, you're in the gym. Nobody can knock it. You're at the gym.
but I'm the worst.
No way. Hey, let me ask you a question, Ivan. Not to get personal, but what kind of work did your dad do?
He is, he's. I didn't meet him for like 20 years. He's living. He's working on I don't know what is that called in States. It's like the selling fruits, the kind of stuff.
Like a store?
Yeah, the store. Those very dirty work, hard work.
Oh, working in the fields. Was he like doing the picking the fruit in the fields?
No, selling
Yo,
fruits.
could you put
But he
yourself
was
at
just
the bottom?
selling
Could you
fruits.
put yourself at the bottom, please?
No, hey,
No,
he's
listen.
saying hard work. I'm
Nah,
just saying-
man. Nah, bro. No, bro. No. Nah, man.
The reason why I
I'm
asked
just
that,
saying.
I'm trying to understand, Ivan, where did you get the creativity aspect of your career from? Like your artistic style. Did you get it from your dad? Did you get it from your mom? Who was the creative force of your family that
Yo,
inspired you? Or
Yeah,
did
but
you
did you
get it
see how
from your
straight his face was, though? He's like, oh, you be like.
Jesus. Ivan knew what I was talking about. What's wrong with you?
We all did. I love you, Caesar. Just the way sometimes you say things, just the way because you're so innocent that you don't understand. Like you are just such an innocent person.
All right. So that's a good question, Ivan. Where did you get your talent from? You know?
I think it's 50-50. My mother's side, they have some, photographer. My father's side, also he's creative. He's a creative person, but end up the life is not so good. I believe it's 50-50. But I'm not really from a artistic family, to be very honest.
I was gonna say, are you the most artistic person in your family?
Yeah, I think so.
Is your wife artistic?
Yeah, she's an artist, an animator, and
Really?
a few years back then, in local, she's much more famous than me.
Really?
Nice.
For
Wow.
real, yeah.
It's interesting
People-
to me, especially because you said you're the only child or the only son,
Yeah, and an assistant.
and you have a sister, but you're the only son. So the reason why I say this is because being my ethnicity, being Lebanese, I was never. I mean, my parents weren't mean; they were great parents, but they never encouraged me to follow like a passion career. They're like, you need to go, you need to get a career, you got to make money, make sure you're secure. And as you know, being a creator is often a grind. Like it's not guaranteed money. You got to really hustle for it. So I'm just wondering, like, were your parents encouraging of you following this career path, or were they like, why are you doing this?
for my mom, she's okay with that because when I was like 9 years old, they already divorced and separate.
Hmm.
And for my father, after he passed, I talked with some of his relative, and I found out my cousin told me that if your father know you are an artist, he will be ashamed.
He would be
Every-
ashamed. Is that what he said?
Mhm.
Something like that. But I don't hate him because he's the kind of his business mindset and
Yeah.
everything need to work hard, money, stuff like that. And
But he got to see you become successful, right? Like he kind of saw, you got to see that you made a living, a good living off of it.
I think for
Yeah.
some dads, there's not enough success for some dads.
Yeah, no, this is true.
yeah, for real. He's proud of me, but until I show him I got a Mustang, and he tell me what the fuck is this?
He's like, come here, Ivan. Ivan, come here. Let me put my fruit in your trunk. Let me
Maybe
throw the fruit in your trunk.
In his mind, he said maybe you should get a Ferrari. Why are you so poor? It's this kind of mindset.
You can't put any fruit in there. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
I've been picking this fruit all day. I got to put it in your Mustang.
You wasted your
You
money
can
on that thing.
Yeah, you can,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can only put like 5 watermelons in there. What's wrong with you, right?
Really? This is what we do it?
Yeah, I mean, get out of here. You know what? So it's about that. It's about that time, and Ivan is
Awesome.
Ivan is probably one of the most humble. We bring a lot of artists on the show, and Ivan's been on the show plenty of times with.
Dude, I love this guy. I'm just
I
gonna
think
say,
the last time that we had Ivan on, I think we had Anna. We had Anna Zal on. Ivan was on. I think Aaron Bartley was on. I forgot who it was. We had quite a few artists on it that day, and he's one of the most humble. He's so humble. Ivan is just a guy who loves to draw, and he doesn't. You heard him. He doesn't want to disappoint the fans. He wants to put the best work he possibly can. But I'm telling you, people, go grab his shit because he's not painting forever. All right, I'm just saying. There's going to be a time when Ivan's going to start painting part time because he wants to go and be with his animals and his wife
Selling
and his
fruit.
car, selling fruit. He's gonna go sell fruit because you never know, and this is coming from experience. You don't know what life's gonna happen. I didn't know I was gonna have a heart attack. I might not have been here this year. You never know. Times changes on a flip of a coin. So if Ivan loves to draw until his hands no longer can hold up a pen, then so be it. It's the stuff that keeps him young. We do the things we love, and that's what keeps us young. And that's why Ivan will look the way Ivan does when he's 95 years old. But if he keeps smoking, maybe I don't know about that. I mean, next time we see Ivan, he's gonna look like Benjamin Button. He's gonna look like a 175-year-old man if he keeps smoking. But at least he rolls his own cigarettes. You got to give him the full credit.
We still gonna pretend like they're cigarettes? Is that we gonna do that just for the sake of the street?
So I'll promote Ivan because Ivan is, like I said, he's always kind of like, I don't know, just go buy my stuff. that's if Ivan was to promote Ivan, he'll say, go get my stuff. He has a bunch of stuff going on. He has Exquisite Corpse. He has Tough Stuff. The Kickstarter with Kevin Delgado. Go support that. You still have a couple more days for that. He has that. What's that one thing, Aish, you're talking about, the Star Wars?
Star Wars cover.
Star Wars Jedi Knights #5 coming out. It's the next
I
issue
mean, it
coming.
seems like there's a new cover coming from you every single month. So just
I'm not
look at
kidding.
your solicitations and Google Ivan Tao and
Odds
just
are,
press buy, pre-order.
odds are you have an Ivan Tao cover, even if you don't know you have an Ivan Tao
But-
cover.
I
Like,
bet
that's
you
what-
have an
that's
Ivan.
just what
I
it
mean,
is.
check out Comics Art Connect, COMIX, because there's some originals up there that are just stellar, still available.
We're very blessed to have. I consider Ivan a friend. If I was to go to Malaysia, Ivan would take me in, put me in, sleep with the dogs.
He'd put you in the
Make you
field, have you picking fruit.
Picking fruit, you son of a
Make you
bitch.
breakfast, get you some fresh fruits,
I would be making him breakfast and mowing
put you
his
through a
lawn.
sparring lesson.
Yeah.
But can I say something?
Yes, Ivan.
To be honest, I'm very happy that you guys like my work, and I always appreciate people who buy my work, because like you guys always promote my things, and some fans, they email me or message me. Sometimes I reply, sometimes I was delayed, like you. Sorry for that, sir. But you need to think another round, because it's not that you guys or my fans happy to see my work and they feel enjoyed. Actually, it's another way, because I'm the one who appreciate you guys or my fans, because they keep me moving. You get what I mean? So it's supposed to be the another way around, because of you guys or the fans, I find peace, because I'm not just crying or angry beside my father's coffin. I have something to do, and I know what the things I working on will bring happiness to the collectors. And of course, I'm sometimes upset because some of the comics are kind of expensive. But what I'm saying is I appreciate you more than you guys appreciate me. This is supposed to what it should be. You get what I mean?
Yeah, no,
absolutely.
Thanks,
You
man.
know,
That means a lot.
you're just as much as appreciative of us, obviously, as we are of you, because we love your art, and you're like, no. If it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be making the art.
And speaking
man.
of the
Right.
appreciation that you have for me, you can show it by
Ivan, don't listen to this brother. He doesn't know what he's talking about. You know, but like I said, I love bringing Ivan in, because we get to meet. I've known Ivan now for a couple of years. The many of you have. This might be the first time meeting Ivan or seeing him. This is Ivan, and you don't see him very often, and you see him here in the Comic Menu podcast because he's the homeboy. He loves being down. He loves coming on and be out Ivan. He can cuss, he can smoke, he can drink his coffee, he can do and talk whatever he wants. But that's the Ivan that we know here in the Comic Menu, and he's not going to change for anybody, because and Ivan, we don't want you to change. Keep drawing the badass shit that you do, man. Because I got to be honest, you keep getting better and better and better. I'm not lying on that. When I see your progression every single time, I'm like, this guy keeps getting. My wife likes your stuff, and she, like I said, she gives two shits about everything. She doesn't care about the comic stuff, but she likes your art, because I tell her, if not, I'm just gonna leave you. So she doesn't have a choice. Ivan, she doesn't have a choice.
It's interesting, right?
Thank you, sir.
I've had the pleasure, and I mean the pleasure and the privilege of being a regular guest / co-host on this podcast for some time now, and it's an honor, it's a pleasure, and I can tell you that of the many times that I've been on here, Ivan, this has been one of the best times for me. Like meeting you is, and it speaks to something that Caesar said earlier, right? The environment here. Like, yo, I'm so glad I met you this way. I'm so glad I met Ivan, who said, hey, can I be fucking honest? Versus meeting someone who feels like they have to be some way because they're in an environment and they're not. Like, I love that this environment is a place where when you kick it with us and we kick it with you, we can all just kind of be ourselves. Because it's the best way to really get to, and excuse my French, or excuse the way that I say this, consume you. And take in the things that, not just who you are, but the things that you contribute to this medium, right?
You always got to make it sexual-ish. You always got to make it sexual.
What I mean is, as a consumer, right? I'm getting more than just, this is Ivan Tao, the artist, right? And I want to say something about your art too. It's very interesting to me. And now I'm going to sound like a jerk when it comes to artists. I've said this to Sam standing in my shop. Sometimes it's hard for me to differentiate. I'm not going to say names, but covers from covers from covers. And I said, Sam, we just had this conversation recently, and it's interesting, right? Because, and I'm gonna be honest with you, because I have to be honest with you. I generally don't differentiate. I don't take a cover and say, hey, this is an Ivan Tao cover, or this is a, an Art Germ cover, or this is a DNA cover. I don't do that. But the reason why I'm telling you this is because I can go down the list of the times that I have taken an Ivan Tao cover, not knowing it was an Ivan Tao cover. Listen, I ordered the Doom Division 1 in 50. I ordered 50 copies of that book because the cover, I didn't even differentiate this as an Ivan Tao cover. It was just such a striking, and Sam, we were on the phone when I ordered it. When I ordered it was just such a striking, pretty cover. And time again, I'm ordering these covers, and they're Ivan Tao covers. They stand out. They really stand out because they're striking. They're visually say, hey, look at me. Like, look at me. And it's, I don't know what it is you do. It's the reason why, I was going to get this cover. The worst artist on earth could have done this, and I was going to get this. But it just so happened that this cover was phenomenal. Like, it just stands out and says, hey, buy me. It's visually striking. And that's, again, the Doom. So I really appreciate you for what it is that you do, for your dedication to the craft, for standing out, like really standing out and dropping these striking covers that,
in a world where there's a lot of vanilla,
we're in a world where a lot of people look the same, which is quite frankly what I was saying. Sam and I have had this conversation. I've said it to him. Where a lot of people, there are some artists that are really phenomenal, but I can't tell the difference unless you put them next to each other. I can't say, this is known artists who are phenomenal that, Sam disagrees with me, but I've said, and I won't do that because I think they're really dope and I like them. But I've said, I don't know the difference between the two unless I put them together. When I look at your cover, you don't look like anybody else but you. Like,
That's
your
true.
work doesn't look like anyone else's work but yours, and it's striking. Like, it stands out. Like, yo, buy me. Thank you for your contributions to the media, man. It's just a breath of fresh air. It's a breath of fresh air, bro.
You're gonna make Ivan cry.
Appreciate it.
Look at that. All right, so we're going to go around the table. We're going to go around the horn. We're going to allow them, give them some time to promote themselves. So, Dan, why don't you go ahead and go first, my man?
Oh, me? Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks. So firstly, find me on Instagram, Tree City Comics. On Tuesdays, thank you, Caesar, for always having me to talk to these great group of guys. I love everybody on this panel, truly. And this is a highlight of my week to get to chat with you guys in the Comic Menu podcast. Ivan, it was an absolute pleasure to meet you. Caesar knows, and it's no bullshit, how big of a fan I am. So this was really a pleasure for me to get to meet you. When you don't see me here on the Comic Menu podcast, you can find me on Instagram writing about the comic books I'm reading every Wednesday, New Comic Book Day. I read, and some of the books I'm reading, I write about them. Spoiler alert: don't read don't read my posts if you're going to read your books. But certainly love to connect with you on Instagram and see what you think about the books I'm reading, what you think about how I write about it. If you agree, disagree, let's have a conversation. And then this Sunday at noon Eastern time, the Comic Underground on Instagram is having their Anticon, and I'll be kicking off their Sunday events at noon with a live claim sale. And I promise you, I'm going to be blowing books out. Like, I want to get books in hands. I'm all about getting people to read these books. I love reading myself, so I want to get these books to new homes. And so you'll find me a Sunday at noon on the Comic Underground Anticon event. That's what I got going.
All right. What about you, Sam? What do you got going?
Hey guys, you can find me on Instagram under Comic Sam Collects. I just want to say, like, it's a privilege every week to be here, but tonight was something really special. Thank you so much for having me on. Pleasure to meet you, Ivan. This week, I'll be streaming quite a bit, some live sales, so find me on Whatnot under Comic Sam. I have an all Archie show tomorrow night. I've got a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles show on Thursday, and then I'll be doing my first ever Pokemon stream, doing some vintage cards on Friday. So that's what I've got going on this week.
All right.
Amazing.
Abel, my man. Station, brother. What's going on?
I do a show called The Blame Fable Show every Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern. We'll be back this Friday, so come hang out. I'm also doing something called Action Fest with pop culture philosophers, where we're reviewing a bunch of action movies. I don't review movies often, but Robbie asked me to be a part of this year's Action Fest, so we've got some cool movies. We're going to be doing Wanted, The Chronicles of Riddick, I Come in Peace with Dolph Lundgren.
Every one of those is a cool movie.
Yeah, and True Romance with Christian Slater. So it's going to be real fun. And also, I've invited some ladies from the comic book community because, it could be a big sausage fest on the channel sometimes. Just a bunch of guys. So I want to get some women collectors' perspectives on the channel for once, and we're doing a whole month of that where I'm inviting women from the comic book community. We're calling it Bags, Boards, and Badass Women. That kicks off July 11th. So on the Blame Fable Show. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. And thank you, Caesar, for inviting me tonight, especially with Kevin and Ivan here. You told me it was going to be a big surprise, and it absolutely was. I'm not too familiar with Kevin, but I was looking up his work, and he's an awesome artist. And Ivan is well known. I got a buddy of mine who is just like an ultra fan. If I tell him I was here with Ivan, he's gonna be like, "You mother effer, you didn't tell me."
Hey, he had every chance to watch the show, man. I mean, come on, you let people know, right?
Yeah, no, of course. But I appreciate you guys always, reaching out every now and then and letting me hang out with you guys. This show is awesome. I always try to push it as much as I can to my audience. I say, the Comic Menu, this is a channel that you got to check out. We're trying to get those subs up. Thank you guys. It was awesome.
You got it, man. Always.
Yo, y'all know me by now. I am Issue X, and I am that dude. And the reason why I'm that dude is because I'm privileged to always come on here every week and be with these dudes who are really dope. And before we get into this, I gotta say, we had Kevin Delgado, the Kevin Delgado, in the house. We have Ivan Tao in the house. If that is not enough to make you leave your Facebook page and go over to the YouTube page and give this a thumbs up or a thumbs down for Del and Caesar bringing this dope content week in and week out, I don't know what is. Like, why are you here? Why are you here? We just sat down for over an hour with Ivan Tao, who took time out of his life from Malaysia. What an awesome guy. Kevin Delgado, what an awesome guy. Can't thank you enough. Cannot tell you how much of an honor and a privilege it is to sit down and talk to you. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. We joked, we laughed, we had a lot of fun. Again, I'm Issue X. I'm not going to promote myself. I got some stuff coming up, but I don't want to do that. I think we got some really, really, really dope content today, and I want to let that stand for what it is. I'm passing the mic back to my homeboy Caesar.
All right. Well, I got to tell you, man, there's nothing more that I love than to be in a group every Tuesday with people that I love. Every one of these I consider a friend of mine, except for Dan. But Ivan.
I love
Ivan
everybody
is,
in here, by the way.
No,
Dan is my dude.
Relax.
Dan is one of the best people you can ever meet in this community.
You'd have me at hello.
You know what, Dan? No, but Dan knows how much I love him. Dan was there when we connected, actually, because of my heart attack. He was reaching out.
I see all those figures.
Heart attack.
I see all those figures in the background there, Dan. I think I might tag you this Friday for Figgy Friday, man.
Dude, come on. You want it from here, brother? It's yours. Tell me what you want. I'll send it.
Let's do it.
Don't you dare do that, fool, because you know I have a list. You son of a bitch. Don't you dare. All right. So once again, you know where to find me on Instagrams, The Real Dracula's Wolf with my voiceovers. Ivan Tao until he's 107. It's true.
Did you just burp?
107. 107. Ivan Tao's gonna be 107 and still churning up some badass stuff. That's a fucking fact. I tell you what, guys, every Tuesday night, 15 p.m. Eastern. Next week, I have no idea who we have. But coming up in July, Oh wait a minute, next week is July, right? Is next week the July already, right?
No.
Shit.
No,
The 31st,
Is
is
it?
it?
31st, is it?
it's next week is not July.
The first is Tuesday.
Next week is
Tuesday.
July.
Next week
Yeah,
is not
next
July.
Tuesday.
Oh yeah, it is July.
Next Tuesday is July
Oh,
1.
Yeah,
man.
next Tuesday.
Thank
That's
you.
when we start the Action Fest thing. So I know that
Okay,
thing.
so next Tuesday, we'll bring back, speaking of ladies, we bring back Shannon Kincaid and Mandy Michaels. They come on. We're going to do the murder mystery show and all that good stuff. And then stay tuned in July. Might have ourselves another special guest. So I'm going to drive Dan crazy. Maybe I'll bring the same group around because I know you guys appreciate this stuff. Ivan, I love you, brother. I stay up, and don't ever change. And I'll talk to you guys. I'll talk to you, Ivan, in the DMs from time to time. Whenever you answer me, you live in the future, so I never expect anything from Ivan. He answers when he answers. You heard him. All he's doing is drawing. He draws. He goes to the gym, and he saves animals. And he married to his wife. That's it. That's his life.
It's a
That's
happy
what he
medium.
does.
He's the best at drawing. He's the worst in the gym. So it's like a happy medium, right? It's like,
That's right. That's right. Ivan, you can't be good at everything, brother. All right, just saying, you can't have it all, right? Anyways,
you already
we'll
got
see
the
you guys.
Mustang, so I mean,
I mean, come on, man. You got the dread. You had the dreads. He has the Mustang. He has got it all.